Hey, welcome to another episode where we just talk marketing and all things marketing. And today we're going to talk about advertising and how and a few mistakes that you should have definitely avoid to just get much better results. So many businesses need to advertise. We all need to advertise, right? Because this is when you are advertising in the right spaces, and I mean, there's various forms of advertising. Most likely, you're going to be looking at paid methods of advertising, but I'd propose that any sort of message that has got a bit of legs, be it on a billboard, be it on a sign somewhere, be it on your business card, any of those messages, anything that you are advertising in the space that you are showing to somebody else for them to sort of take action on is an advert. Now, today you can advertise on social media for a nominal amount compared to billboards and magazines and the typical and adverts on TV. So really thinking about what are the most important elements that you should be having on your marketing today is really critical, depending obviously also on your budget. Look, if you have a big wide budget and you can spread it across multiple different channels, be it your typical billboard, your magazines and things like that, and then you can still do social, you can still do um, perhaps other mailers and things like that, then I would suggest looking at a diverse way of spreading your message. But some of the big things that people avoid, that people should avoid. Number one, being vague. Vague is a really critical way of just losing interest with people. I mean, what's the purpose in having this big billboard to get people's attention and you put a vague message that people will easily forget? Being vague is a real bad way of just of it's a way of just losing the main purpose of the advert in the first place, and that's to get people's attention. There's so many things out there that is all going for everyone's attention, and you got to just really seriously consider if a vague message is going to do that for you. You're wasting money and leaving it on the table. Number two, know who your customer is. See, when you know who your customer is, you can then generate specific type of wording that they would buy into. And that now links to a clear message that your customer will want. Because in the first step, we're literally talking about vague. And if you don't know who your customer is, it's very easy to be vague. You see, most of the time, the billboards that are created out there, the advertising in magazines, and sometimes that we see on social media, because they want to capture everybody, is so vague and so and tries to appeal to everybody. And if you are clear on who you're speaking to, you bypass that and you cut through the noise. You get clear on your message, and that enables you to communicate to your ideal customer. Number three, strong calls to action. Look, at the end of the day, if there is no immediate action after that, look, it also depends on intent. Because if your intent of putting that ad out there is for awareness, which what most ads are about, then what most people say that the ads are about, but actually what they want is a clear result. But if your thing is really just about awareness, just about brand awareness, then why not be most impactful about that brand awareness? Why not put clear calls to action that makes people do something? And when people do something, then you know if it's working or not. Even if it's on a billboard, like send this billboard to a friend, or like that was a super vague one. But I'm just saying, if you put it in a clear fashion that they maybe need to redeem this, or say this next sentence at your next petrol station, or something that's super clear that gives them something that they want and allows you to see the effectiveness of your message, then you can really see whether your advertising is actually working. Clear calls to action. Let's just imagine that you are a deli and you put out a special. And you put out the special, and you got to give some sort of call to action. Maybe for you, it's like putting that offer there in front of them. But there's got to be something in reciprocity. So literally, you can say, quote, this specific word as you purchase, and you can get even more discount, or you can get even more loyalty, or you can couple it with a drink, whatever it is. But you've got to have this very strong call to action that drives the action further. In other words, you've got to give your customer something that they will accept or reject. And the only way you can do that by giving them the very next step that you need them to do. So that's it. There's so much more that we can talk about in terms of tracking and how things are how to just monitor whether things are happening on your website. But that is all stuff that we will talk about in another video. In the meantime, you can check out the article below, and there's more content over there on the website where you can really dive a bit deeper into the subject. But for now, if you just keep those three things, your marketing is going to shift in its effectiveness. It's going to significantly increase your ability to reach the people you want to reach to and start driving some serious results through your ads. I'll see you guys in the next one.